Hello. Good evening and welcome. We're so happy that you're here tonight. My name is Kathy Gano, and I am the director of all those dinglings back there. Usually they call me the head dingling, but I beat him to the punchline tonight. There are so many people who helped to put this evening together, and I want to make sure that I extend an extreme thank you to each and every one of them and how much I appreciate all their hard work. We have soloists, technicians, ushers, maintenance people, cookie people, refreshments, coordinators, poster designers, church staff, and some that I'm sure I have forgotten. But I want to mention 14 people who have spent more time with me in the last several months than they ever wanted to, and that's my favorite dinglings, the Quaker Bells. They have been so faithful and committed to all the extra practices, all the impossible rhythms, difficult timings, and crazy bell changes, and the list goes on. And they have done so without grumbling, complaining, or whining. Well, maybe a little grumbling, maybe a little complaining, definitely some whining. But all kidding aside, they never cease to amaze me. I'm sure many of you know, or maybe you don't know, that we have several people in the bell choir who are non-readers of music, and they play just by circling their notes. But somehow they come together, make beautiful music, and ring for the glory of God. And I so appreciate and love every one of them. So,
We love you.
they had to say that. So throw your cares away, sit back and relax for the next hour and enjoy the concert. I'd like to turn our program over to tonight's Master of Ceremonies. He likes to be called Master. That's Andy Black.
Oh, this is higher up than I imagined it being. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're glad that you're with us this evening. If you are joining us via the live stream, a special welcome to you as well. As Kathy said, my name is Andy Black, and I'll be your MC. But more importantly, I will be your bongo player of the evening. So just wait for my big bongo solo. It's going to blow your mind. The name of this next song may look funny, but it's not about a lady named Agnes. It's pronounced Agnus Dei, which is Latin for Lamb of God. So let's consider the reason for this season and be reminded that our omnipotent God humbled himself and came to earth as a baby to live with us and to know us, and most importantly, to redeem us. This is a special arrangement because it was arranged for this ensemble about 8 years ago. The following can be found at the top of the publication. Commissioned by Kathy Gano, director of the Quaker Bells, First Friends Church of Salem, Ohio, in grateful appreciation of her ringers, past and present, for their dedication, friendship, and 20 years of service. It's pretty cool. That was in 2016 in celebration of their 20th anniversary, and this song is based on the classic 1990 Michael W. Smith Christmas song, and it will feature Dave Gano on trumpet. This is Agnus Dei.
Ah.
This next song might confuse you. This is because the lyrics to the next song tell the Easter story, the resurrection of Jesus. Listen to these lyrics. Now the green blade riseth from the buried grain, wheat that in dark earth many days has lain. These lyrics were penned in 1928 using a very old French tune from the 16th century. But there's a good reason why this Easter song is appearing here in our Christmas concert. It's because of that old 16th century French song. It was entitled, oh man, I'm going to botch this. It was entitled Noël ne voulait. That was my best French impression. Pretty good, right? Nailed it, yeah. Eventually, that song, Noël ne voulait, was translated to English. Does anyone who's not a member of the Quaker Bells know what the name of that translation is? There's a gold star here for whoever. Good guess, very good guess. It is Sing We Now of Christmas is the...
How would we have ever gotten?
I don't know. That's why gold stars are hard to come by. Okay, so I turn it over to our Quaker Bells to play for us Now the Green Blade Riseth, but we all know what song they're really playing. Our next song was originally written for a movie. So, in honor of that, we're going to do some Christmas movie. It's not working. Hold on, I got it. Wait for it. Did I do that or did you do that? Oh, I did it, maybe. Christmas movie trivia. Yes, you guessed it. Okay, so if you know the answer, shout it out. There's no tangible prize, maybe a gold star in your heart. The amount of Christmas joy you will feel when you get a right answer will be immense. So give it your all. So ready? I've got two questions. Wait, ready? Ready? Come on, ready? Okay, all right. I've got two questions from 1990's Home Alone. This is the beginner question. It's still kind of tricky. What is the name of the pizza place that delivers to the McAllister house? Little Nero's. Who was that? Was that? Woo! JC, nice work. That is good. All right, that is correct. Little Nero's Pizza, 20 minutes, or what does it say? Or you don't pay. That's a good deal. Okay, the advanced question. See if you can get this one too, JC. What is the name of the polka band led by John Candy's character? No. 3, 2, 1. What?
It's Gus something.
His name is Gus. It is the Kenosha Kickers. You get a half a gold star for knowing the Gus was his name. All right. Bonus question. Our next song is White Christmas. It is written by Irving Berlin in 1942. For what movie did he write the song? Holiday Inn. I can't get this to work. There it is. There it is. Holiday Inn. If you thought it was White Christmas, I understand why you might have thought that. Because this is White Christmas. It'll also feature Cheryl Santee signing for us. This song won an Academy Award for Best Original Song. This is White Christmas. 'Twas a fortnight before Christmas, and all through God's house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The congregants were nestled all snug in their seats, waiting for harmonies, cadences, beats. The bells had been patient, but were now getting antsy, so Kathy shot up, and a song struck her fancy. She got them all standing with the snap of her fingers and had the attention of some 14 ringers. On Becky, on Karen, on Christy and Mandy, on Mary, both Debbies, Luann, and on Nancy. On Sammy and Amy, she continued to yell. On Owen, on Krista, and lastly, Danielle. The bells were now ready with Caribbean flair, a joyful crescendo of vibrant affair. Percussion awakened and rhythm took flight. The West Indies carol brought the islands to light. All right, Quaker Bells, I'd say you earned a little break. Why don't you take 15? Because now we're going to feature a handbell quartet. And while they make their way up here, would you like to hear a little nerdy musical factoid about a song that you heard a little bit ago? I'm so glad to hear that, because I was going to tell you one anyways. The song that we played just a bit ago, that I think it was Now the Green Blade Riseth. Yes, it is in a mode that we don't hear very often these days. It is called the Dorian mode. We all, not all of us, but many of us who are familiar at least a little bit with music, you hear of major and minor, right? You got major, you got minor, right? The major scale, the minor scale. Well, that song is actually in Dorian mode, which is not one we talk about. So let me try this. Here's the major, D major, D minor, D Dorian. And that's the mode of that song where it goes. So if it was in a minor instead of Dorian, it would be, oh, sorry. Which is like a little more familiar, but it's not. Anyways, forget it. That was fun for me. That was fun for me. So thank you for allowing me that one. This is the next song. Come on out, Quaker Quartet. What do you guys? Do you have a name? Quattro Quakers? The Quattro? I don't know. Whatever it is. This is Ding Dong Merrily on High. I will leave now. That was awesome. All right. The children's chimes are up next. So kids, why don't you come on up? And as you're doing that, what do you think? Should I tell some bell jokes? Yes. Well, once again, I'm glad you said yes, because it was going to happen. Okay. What if they're not very good? Should I tell them anyway? Yes. Okay. Great. Fantastic. This is working just as I planned. There was a lady who went to the doctor and said, "Doctor, I need psychiatric help. I keep thinking I'm a handbell." So the doctor said, "Take 2 aspirin, and if you're not feeling better in the morning, give me a ring." I know. Secondly, what's a bell ringer's favorite music genre? Heavy metal. All right, that's enough for now. I don't want to, get booed off the stage. This is the second year of our children's chime choir, and they will be playing 3 well-known Christmas carols for you this evening. The first one is, "O Come, All Ye Faithful." This group is comprised of students from 2nd grade through 6th grade. Some of them play other instruments, some don't. Some read music, some are just learning. But they've already come a long way and are doing an awesome job. The next song is Hark the Herald, Angels Sing. For this final song by the Children's Chimes, we're going to invite the Quaker Bells back up to join them. This next song is the most demanding Christmas song there is. And I don't mean that it's demanding to play, like difficult, challenging. I mean the lyrics are just a bit pushy. It's a demanding song. Bring us some figgy pudding. Don't just bring it, but bring it right here. Bring it to my face and bring it now. We won't go until we get some. Like, really? You're going that far? I'm not going to leave this spot until you bring me your pudding. Bring it to my face. I know you've got it in that kitchen. I want it now. But the thing I really don't understand is that if I'm going to cause a royal stink over a dessert, it's going to be something that looks a lot more appealing than this. I will never understand this. For me, like, at least make it a cheesecake. Or, now bring us a brownie sundae. You know, something that's really going to... You know what I mean? Give me the good stuff. You can keep your figgy pudding. All right. Sorry, I digress. This is We Wish You a Merry Christmas. We better get these kids off the stage before we cause any more problems. Oh. Amazing. All right, this next song is entitled Breath of Heaven. It's sometimes referred to as Mary's Prayer, as its lyrics are written from her perspective, including the fear and the wonder that she was filled with as she carried the Messiah. You can follow along with these beautiful lyrics as they will be sung this evening by Amy Black.
I have traveled many moonless nights, cold and weary, with a babe inside, and I wonder what I've done. Holy Father, you have come and chosen me now to carry your Son. I am waiting in a silent prayer. I am frightened by the load I bear in a world as cold as stone. Must I walk this path alone? Be with me now. Be with me now. Breath of heaven, hold me together. Be forever near me. Breath of heaven. Breath of heaven, light in my darkness. Pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven. Do you wonder as you watch my face if a wiser one should have had my place? But I offer all I am for the mercy of your plan. breath of heaven, light in my darkness, pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, breath of heaven.
That singer was kind of cute. If anyone can let me know her name later, I'm going to try to get her number. All right, 2 more jokes for you, and these 2 are for our ringers, okay? For our ringers. If a bell ringer is playing a bell in the forest and her director isn't there to hear her, is she still playing it wrong? Yes, she is, okay. How many handbell directors does it take to change a light bulb? Nobody knows because nobody ever watches a handbell director. We are blessed to be featuring a returning guest musician this evening. This next song will feature Karen High on the flute. This is Do You Hear What I Hear? Beautiful. This next song is called Volte on the Holly and the Ivy. And if you're wondering, like I was, what in the world volte means, allow me to share. A volte is a lively Renaissance-era dance characterized by quick turns and intricate steps. Here, let me demonstrate. Just kidding, that would be a horrible idea. But let's let the Quaker bells go ahead and bring us Volte on the Holly and the Ivy. Guess what? Our next song was originally written for a movie. And you know what that means. It's time for round 2 of Christmas movie trivia! All right, these are from the movie Elf from 2003. Here's your beginner question. Buddy the Elf meets an imposter Santa at the department store where he works. And Buddy says, "You stink. You don't smell like Santa." What does Buddy say he smells like? Beef and cheese. Beef and cheese. Beef and cheese. I heard many gold stars. See me after. Actually, don't. I don't have any. But you feel that warmth from getting it right. Okay. Advanced question. What is the name of the department store where Buddy works? Wow. I was not as familiar, and I'm very impressed. Many of you got the advanced question. 2 gold stars for you. The next song was written by Glenn Ballard and Alan Silvestri for the movie Polar Express, and they won a Grammy for Best Song Written for a Motion Picture. This is Believe. No? Yeah? Oh, sorry. I gotta turn this off. Check. Our final song this evening is a Christmas favorite written and performed by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. TSO founder Paul O'Neill shared that they wrote the song while the Bosnian War was going on in Europe. They had heard about a well-known cellist who had been born in Sarajevo. He was a well-respected symphonic musician, but he had returned to Sarajevo at the height of the Bosnian conflict. Now, Sarajevo had been a stunningly beautiful city, built by the Romans over 2,000 years old, and had seen a lot, surviving much turmoil, including both world wars. But here, this gentleman returned to find the city completely destroyed, in ruins. At that point during the war, the Serbs were shelling the city, and the neighborhoods were clearing out. The local citizens all headed for the bomb shelters. But this gentleman, instead of heading to safety, he goes to the town square, climbs to the top of a pile of rubble that had once been a beautiful fountain, and he began to play Mozart and Beethoven. And as they continued to shell the city, he refused to move. And he came back every night thereafter, and he played his Christmas carols. And you can picture the image of this gentleman playing these timeless melodies, wafting out across no man's land to both sides of the conflict equally as these shells continued to go off, silhouetted against the night. O'Neill shares that it was such a powerful image that they arranged the song so that the rock band represented the Bosnians, the orchestra represented the Serbs, and the cello represented the lone voice of humanity in between them. At some point later, a reporter tracked down the cellist and asked him why he had done this insanely dangerous thing. He said it had been his way of proving, despite all the evidence to the contrary, that the spirit of humanity was still alive in Sarajevo. This dynamic song is a powerful, beautiful, instrumental piece, but now that you know a bit of the story behind it, I hope you can also appreciate what it represents. Featuring Karen High on flute and Marshall Barr on cello, as well as Nathan Fowler, who we'd like to thank for playing percussion for us throughout the evening. This is TSO's Christmas Eve, Sarajevo.
Merry Christmas, everyone. First of all, crazy amount of thanks to all the people back here who have put in, when I say tireless hours, I really mean it. I have heard tell of stories of the preparation that it has taken to get ready for this night. And why don't you guys just give them one more round of applause and thank them for everything. Secondly, as good as the music is, cookies are better. So, we have a cookie reception that has been prepared for you by some wonderful volunteers, and you can't miss it because literally you will exit this room and the cookies will be upon you. So, children, I know you travel faster than most of us grown-ups. Please leave us cookies. Don't take them all, right? Leave me one. Okay, leave me one cookie. So, thank you for being here. Enjoy the cookies, and I want to just say this to finish up. I hope that this has not only been enjoyable for you and just a good time, but that it's part of this Advent season of joy. And I want to share just a couple verses that we shared this morning, actually, during our Advent reading about joy, the words of the prophet Isaiah. It talks about there would be coming a way of holiness, and we know the way of holiness as Jesus. And people are invited to journey on the way of holiness, to journey with Jesus. The redeemed will walk there. The ones the Lord has rescued will walk on the way of holiness. And this is what it says about those people. They will enter Zion with singing. Everlasting joy will crown their heads. Gladness and joy will overtake them, and sorrow and sighing will flee away. I truly hope that this Advent season for you is one of joy, that you will be overtaken by joy, that sometimes there will be moments when you don't even see it coming, and it just jumps out and grabs you, that you will be absolutely overjoyed as we continue to direct our paths to the celebration of Christmas Eve. You're invited to join us for Christmas Eve if you don't have anywhere else that you are going to be on that evening. We'll have our service here, and of course on Christmas Day as we celebrate the birth of Jesus. With that in mind, let me pray and we'll dismiss. God, thank you for this night, for the gift of music, for the gift of these people that have set aside so much time and energy in order to bless us. I'm thankful for the joy that it has given us tonight. And we do pray that we would be people who are walking in the ways of Jesus, and that we would be, during this Advent season, overtaken by the joy that it is to know Jesus and to follow Jesus with a bunch of other people who want to walk that way with us. Bless these cookies to our bodies so that they would be able to give us the energy we need to get home safely and to continue to love and follow you with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Merry Christmas. Go in God's grace tonight.